After my brain injury, I did know about, brain plasticity and working with special ed kids at school. I knew how important it is to find other ways of doing things. And so about 2 years in, I realized that I needed to do something different. And my mom set me up to learn to knit preemie hats. So I did that for a couple of years. And beyond that, I didn't do anything else until I joined the Brain Injury Association. I haven't been to a lot of workshops, but I thought spreading my wings in a different area was really good. And they fairly quickly started a card making program. And I went to the initial one just to be supportive of everybody else because I felt I really didn't have anything to contribute. In that first meeting, somebody noticed my script and asked me to just write, greetings on the cards that they were making. And from there, I was asked to do some blinging, and somebody showed me a couple of Pinterest pictures of some Christmas trees, and I just haven't looked back from there because I got hooked. Yeah. And I've moved on to quite a few other things now. Over the course of, I think the card making program has been in existence about 3 years. So I tried a number of different things, and I came across watercolor pencil crayons. And one of the ladies at one of the meetings knew how to use them and showed me. And so that's what started me. And then I went on to buy some paintbrushes, and we had paints at home. And I did a little bit of Googling, and that's kind of hooked me on watercolor. Though I've always had a penchant for watercolor pictures, in art museums or friends who'd done that kind of thing. But I never pursued any of it myself until now. I've always been open to therapies of different kinds. But I think when you're in your regular life and you're going on, you don't really think about that. It's only when your life kind of stops for one reason or another, and in my case, it was a traumatic brain injury, that you start to think in terms of other things. So I knew ahead of time that therapy is really good for you for physical health and for mental health and for things like anxiety and depression and stress. But to me, the therapies that you pursue when something like this happens, I think it's all those things, but I think above all, everybody needs purpose. And when you lose your purpose in life, or it's been changed for you for whatever reason, then I think these new avenues can help you to develop underdeveloped skills or skills you never thought you had, and give you a purpose and a new direction in life. So from art therapy, I know one of the members in our association had done glass fusion, and now she has a little business, which she never would have thought to do previously. So now she has a little bit of an added income, and it gives her purpose. I think we flail in our existence if we don't have some reason for being, and purpose does that for us. And I think therapy, in this case, we're talking art therapy, has a plethora of opportunities if we just avail ourselves of those opportunities. And we may find ourselves in a whole different light, but also feeling very purposeful despite whatever limitations we may still live with, or disabilities we may still live with. But I find we are selling our cards. So there's purpose for me in making the cards, because as one customer said at one of our shows, that the cards speak to her. She looked for cards that would speak to her. So it's interesting to think that some work that I have done or another member has done spoke to another person, and they're not just buying the cards for themselves, they're buying to pass along to somebody else for whom that will be a cheerful or a comforting message for them as well. It can be a fun activity just for the sheer pleasure of doing something. Creating something can be just sheer fun, but there's that added layer of having a goal and feeling some purpose for yourself as well as for somebody else.